Liverpool, I love you. Naby Keita. Listen, I'm never going to have anyone say anything bad about baby Keita ever again. He steps up. Jurgen Klopp delivers. Chelsea get slapped. Absolutely slapped. Beat down 5-3 tonight. And there we have it. Man United sitting third in the table. And let's just rewind. After match day 25, United was 7th. Joined 8th, in fact. Sitting 6 points away from 4th, 6 points behind Chelsea we were, and 14 points behind Leicester City. We have now overtaken them both. And it hasn't always been pretty for us along the way, but credit where credit is due to Ollie and the boys. We sit there. Chelsea will still likely make the top 4, but who knows if they lose to Wolves and Leicester beat Man United. It's all on for the final day. It's going to be exciting stuff. But do me a big favor right now, before we go any further, hit those like buttons. I really need you to hit the like button. I love you, all my viewers, but you don't hit it enough. It ain't about agreeing with what I say. It's about supporting the channel and pushing the video out there for more people. We're going to be delving into calls. We're going to get lots of different people on the show tonight to come on and have their say. Some people will be on quickly. Some people will be on for a long time. But first of all, we're going to throw in Elite KJ. We're going to throw in CFC Aqua, MonstarCFC, and of course, our very own little David. Let's go now, Chelsea boys. Gentlemen, 5-3. Beat down Central tonight. Beat down Central. First of all, Aqua, give me your reaction, please.
I think the only positive from that game is Pulisic. I think that's the only positive from that game. Our defense is terrible. We need a centre-back. We need a new goalkeeper. We need a left-back. I think the centre-back options are just terrible. Rudiger on the last goal was, I don't know, Kepa is crap. I'm sorry, but Kepa is just terrible. The last goal, Oxlade-Chamberlain, that should have been a save. About 3 of the goals, he just stood still. Like he just didn't even like want to dive. It's like, do your legs not work? You know, we're paying him like £150,000 a week to stand still in the goal. I'll do that.
You got to talk about the free kick as well.
Monster's face is telling us it all. But this one, but you're still in the top 4, not out of it, of course. But did you expect to lose like that tonight?
Nah, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. That defense, Kepa. We just got to get rid of them, man. They got to go. They've got to go, man. I'm depressed right now. Do you know what I mean? The only way I'm going to release this anger is when I'm about to go on a jog, probably about 5 miles. That's the only thing I can do to just release this anger, man.
Mate, I feel you on that, bro. I do feel you on it, because if it had been a narrow game, you could have taken it. But Liverpool were there for the taking. They played well, but look at their defending. They were all over. If you'd have known tonight, if I'd have said to you, boys, you're going to score 3 goals tonight, you would never expect it to have lost the game. It's a mad David. I mean, listen, United had a poor result tonight. First of all, now I'm happy we got the point, because we could have lost, because we were awful, really, in the end. We started off very strong 60 minutes and then died. I mean, we were gone. It's just like, when you watch a really good box set and you get to the last 2 or 3 episodes and you think, oh, is that how it ended? That was our game tonight. But you guys choked at the final hurdle. And now, if you lose to Wolves on Sunday, how nervous are you feeling now? How nervous are you feeling about potentially having Werner and Ziyech playing in Lithuania on Thursday nights?
I'm not too worried. I'm pretty confident we'll beat Wolves. But I said yesterday, don't play the 3. I said before the game, don't play the 3. I said 2 minutes into the game, the 3's not working.
No, I backed that up. He said it. He did say that.
Literally, I've been saying it because I knew that we've beaten them 4-3-3. Every time we played our 4-3-3, it works. We've beaten them, and we've looked really good. And then it came to today, and he put out the 3, and I said we're going to lose. And then when we went to the 4-3-3, oh magic! Oh, we're at 4-3. We nearly got a goal. Like if you had called me when it was 4-1, mate, I'm on troops ranting vibes. But now I'm like, because we almost got there, I'm not too annoyed, because I still think we'll beat Wolves. But yeah, it was annoying.
I always see that with 3 at the back. Teams change to it for a game or 2 and it works. And then they use it 1 too many times and it falls apart. It's almost a tactic. Yeah. I think you can use it once in a blue moon. And that's about it. as an example. And listen, man, it also annoys me a little bit though as a United fan because your defense is there for the taking, and we on Sunday we just let you off the hook. Like we didn't do anything.
That's because you didn't play the right formation against it. Threes work against fours when it's a 4-2-3-1. So when Bailly went off, you went to your 4-2-3-1. That's when threes work their best. But when threes go up against other threes or 4-3-3s, it's done because you get slapped up in the middle. There's a massive gap in the middle, especially when Jorginho, the freaking truck, can't turn left or right. It's just
Jorginho,
and that's the thing, you know, Jorginho, that last goal kick. Listen, I used to play in an academy, and everyone knows about tactical fouls. I don't care. You got to Superman kick that guy down, man. You got to bring it down, man. I don't even care, bro. I'm breaking his legs straight. Do you know what I mean? I don't care. I don't know what he was doing there, man. Kepa as well. Save you. Oh, man.
Kepa is terrible.
One thing I saw with Kepa tonight that made me die was how far to the left.
That free kick.
You know what I mean?
Was so bad.
Trent Alexander-Arnold got one of the most accurate free kicks in world football, and you're literally saying, "Go on, I dare you to put it in the top corner." It was mad. It was.
Funny thing is, if he actually made the effort to get there, I reckon he could have got there because it's not like right in the top corner.
You know when goalkeepers you do that pre-step to one side and then you go out. He should have done the pre-step. If he did the pre-step, he would have been fine.
His positioning is bad. His positioning is so bad. It was. Oh,
he is so. I don't know who done the recruitment on this guy, but he is terrible. Like,
you guys panicked.
I know we panicked, fam. Go get Kasper Schmeichel.
He's worse. He's worse than
Tim Krul in goal.
He's worse than Ambrosini, man. You guys remember Ambrosini or whatever his name is? He's worse than him. He's man. Like,
I know.
I'd rather have that pub Roberto, fam. Jesus.
Wait, we'll get some of you boys back on in a few moments. We're going to throw a few other fans on as well. I'm going to put you guys backstage for a moment. We've got Jermaine and we've got Jem that we're bringing on now. Gentlemen, Jermaine, first of all, bro, I mean, not a result you were probably expecting tonight. Chip 5, going to go down to the final day. Give us your thoughts, bro.
Not happy at all. Yeah, like Willian's finished. Sorry, I don't want to see Willian that team again. He's got to go next season. And Mason Mike, why didn't Lampard start Pulisic from the start?
I think he had a nick, so we couldn't start him.
But when he come by, he made that impact straight away.
I know.
And that, what's his name? Bambia Nice Zuma. I'm pretty Rudiger. Oh my God, man. Listen, he's got to go. I've had enough. The back four is diabolical, man. And
my days.
Like, why do you keep playing these two? I don't know. Christensen, Zuma, Rudiger, they got to go. It's not good enough. So, last game of the season, man, we have to beat Wolves, but I don't know. Do
you know what? Mad. Can you? I don't see it happening, but can you imagine? And United get beat by Leicester. We think we're out, and then Wolves. You know, Jimenez. There he is, last minute bullet header, bang, beats Chelsea. Like crazy. It's mad. It's gone down to this. It's gone down to literally the last kick. Both our teams have stuttered and flopped. Jem, what you saying, bro? Your hair looks even more animated than usual, bro. What you saying, G?
After that game, it was, it went mad. You know what I mean? But you know what? I'm gonna look at it at a different sort of view to you guys because I ain't gonna go on about Kepa. You know how many times I've gone on about Kepa. You know what I think about Kepa. He's just a complete waste of time to me. That free kick, you might as well have stood next to the corner flag. Literally, I'm not even joking. Like the bad thing is, Alexander-Arnold, he banged a goal like that against us at home already. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd think he'd be a little bit more ready for this one. Do you know what I mean? But he's useless, so he's just another story. But in terms of the comeback, I was actually quite proud of the team today. You know, the fact that we came back the way we did, even though we were 4-1 down. I know he made the substitutions and whatever else. I would have actually started Pulisic because
exactly.
Looking at Liverpool and looking at the way they played, they always play such a high line. So for me, you need pace behind the defence, and the fact that we didn't do that and we only had Giroud who can't run anyway, and Mount never really makes that run at the moment behind him, it kind of gave us that problem. But at the end of the day, we're on the same points as Man United and it's still open. Any of us can, be out of the Champions League position. That's the way I see it. So,
craziest things of that game was not only did Firmino goals finally scored a goal at Anfield, but also Bambi Abrahams also scored as well. So that makes the game.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, the other day when we were like, Norwich need to be banned from the Premier League for life because they let Antonio score 4 goals. I almost feel like Chelsea need to be deducted a point for letting Firmino goal score. You know,
And don't forget McGoldrick. Don't forget McGoldrick. He scored 2.
And Trezeguet. Like,
having said that, you could have had a player on your team tonight that was too scared to take a ball to the face and put his hands up and caught it. That's happened to you, man. It's mad. Honestly, I've only just now calmed down and forgiven Paul Pogba for that. Like, honestly, if I'd have been in the dressing room, I love Paul. I would have slapped. If I was Maguire, I'd have just gone up to him, no words, just slapped him in the face.
Not hit him with his big head.
One slap just around the face. That was a madness. But I was angry about the point. And because I had this horrible feeling deep down inside that you boys were going to go and do something tonight, and then it would but you didn't. So it goes down to the final game, and I can't actually believe Man United have turned this around. When I was looking at the league table after 25 games, I say joint 8th. We were on 35 points. You guys were on 41 and doing well. And we haven't lost a game since then either. We were drawn about 3. But Leicester are the big losers here. 49 points they were on. Everyone said they were pure safe no matter what. And they're now out of the top 4. If you're a Leicester fan right now, and I know Lee Chappie might be watching, bruv, you must be feeling the low right now.
Time right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yo, Stro, leave me alone. Go celebrate the league. Go away. Go celebrate the league, bro.
Yeah, do you know what? I turned Sky off straight away. I put on Star Wars. That's on in front of me. I am not watching that celebration. I'm not looking. I'm even going to not watch any match of the days this season, like live. I'm going to watch them all recorded and then forward the intro. Skip intro. I'm not watching that. I'm never going to. Those images are never going to be in my head.
Especially when it's Jordan Henderson.
My best mate and my brother double teaming my missus, then watch Liverpool lift that trophy, bruv. Like that's the level I'd say.
Can I just mention though, Pulisic's first goal. How good was that?
Ooh,
I think that was such a good
quality
goal. Honestly, they ran in and out, straight through. All right,
when you score brilliant goals in games where you get beat, they just never get remembered. It's always annoying. I do feel on that.
Oh, can we do a quick mention of Mo Salah today? What gone with him? He did not have the best game at all. My man, like there was an opportunity where he's through on goal and he tried to outside the foot shot.
Yeah,
and he just went well wide. I was upset.
He was tearing Rudiger in and out, man. Like Rudiger, oh my days. Like,
he didn't know where to look.
Yeah, I'm fed up.
It was very uncharacteristic of Mo Salah today.
So I'm going to throw some questions at Jermaine, from your point of view, mate. Do you reckon, are you still confident of the top 4 or are you 50-50 on it right now?
50-50 right now because we have to beat Wolves. Can't draw because if Leicester beat you, then we have to win.
Man United made Chelsea fans more nervous because when we were blowing teams away, I think it was fine, but now we're scraping results. I'm nervous. So from a Chelsea point, 100%. Like if you draw, you still might. Well, I don't know.
If we draw, we still get.
You draw, you go through because you're level on points with Man United.
We got to go in that. We have to go in that game for 3 points. We have to win.
If United wins the draw and you guys lose, you guys are out of the top 4. That's
what I mean. That's crazy.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
If they draw and we lose, then
yeah.
But we basically got to. If we just got to go for it.
Three teams need 1 point to get into the top 4.
I believe we can win because we showed promise. Obviously, it's just you know what? I'm not even going to say that because
I'm 100%. I'm actually 100% confident going into Wolves, and I think we can do it. So,
boys,
a juiced up Iwobi, man. You know what Lee Gunner says, isn't it? that boy is a terrorist at times, man. You know what we're talking about Traore.
But on a serious note, Lampard's done a great job. Transfer ban season. He's done well. He's done well. He has done well.
He has, he's done brilliant. And I think that's, when the dust settles on these results, this is why I am still sitting here feeling proud as a United fan. We'll speak Chelsea for a moment. Same thing. Like I expected you to improve this year, but I never expected you to make it into the top 4.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty much there. Hopefully you'll win an FA Cup. I actually want you to win it over Arsenal because they'll just be unbearable if they win it, especially at Gal.
100%.
That'll be a menace. I don't want any of that. And the same with Ollie, it weren't a great start from him, but to be 14 points off third, it's like 10, 11 games ago, and now to be sitting third, that's massive. And I actually had someone a Liverpool fan said to me earlier, so he said, oh, well, because we've done you a favor, you're basically going to get top 4 by default. And I'm like, default? As if we didn't come back. So, yeah, I think Chelsea and United fans, we've been bantering each other a lot recently, but I think we're actually more in the same boat. Where we just got to look at everyone else. Outside of Liverpool, we've actually had really good seasons that nobody kind of expected.
I would say, because I was looking at the table and I was looking at, compared to last season, and we've all been poor because Man United were 5th last season, and they're not. Is it 6th?
Yeah.
And they're not even going to reach the same points total as last season.
But this is the thing. This is why points can be misleading, because if you win the league with 60 points, you still win the league. If you remain safe with 20 points, you're still safe.
But can you say? I'm asking, do you think Man United are an improvement on last season, considering they're not going to get up to the point?
Yeah, because if you're talking about as where we are as a team and how we play football, we are better. We are a better team.
And I said the same with Chelsea. I mean, I think you're about 9 points behind what you had last season.
Yeah,
I think the football is better when you progress, and that's, as you said, that's why points totals are not always an accurate barometer, because season to season, this year I think you've got, for instance, you've got the Sheffield Uniteds, Burnley have been better, Wolves have been better, Leicester have had a madness of a season. So you've suddenly thrown all these teams in who have suddenly been a lot better than maybe any of us expected us to be. And you've had this year, I mean, you've had early on in the campaign, like Villa were flying at the start. I was looking back at the results of theirs, they were really good. You had Norwich at the start that were difficult to beat, for example. So I feel like I think both teams are better, especially United from January onwards. I think you've seen a real improvement in us. And we're dying a little bit at the moment. Physically, you can see it. But at the same time, that's to be expected with the amount of football we played recently, and it's been intense. And, our last 2 games in the league have been against teams that are kind of relaxed. It's a lot easier. It's like Liverpool tonight. They were just playing relaxed because they've got nothing going on. That's why they scored so many, but he conceded. So I think there has been improvement. I let the haters do their hate, and I let all the negative rivals do what they've got to do. But overall, I'm pretty happy, really.
Slapped us, though, man. Slapped us.
But they've got to bear in mind, they scored the Rockets, though, didn't they, as well? Like, they were good goals, didn't they?
Yeah, that Cater one was very nice.
No, they were decent. But Jermaine, Jem, thank you both for coming on. Really appreciate it. We'll chat to you all again soon, yeah? Take care, bro. Very, very much. Thank you. Going to throw some more people on now. I've got so many people waiting to come in. We've got Stephen and we've got Patrick. Stephen, obviously you're a Gooner. What did you make of Man United and Chelsea's performances and results, respectively?
I feel that Man United are missing a big opportunity, and all they're doing is putting pressure on themselves. You could say playing the same squad week after week after week is going to make them jaded, but then you can see that best 11 seems to be the only sort of 11 that seems to be getting them the results. In terms of Chelsea, they had to go for something and try and get the result they needed to secure their place. And going against Liverpool, if you're going to play another game against Liverpool, it's going to be a difficult evening. Hence why when we played, we had to sit back.
No, I agree. Steve, quite a few people are struggling to hear you. If you could try and call us back up with different earphones or something, that might work.
Is that better?
That's better. Yeah, there we go. We can hear you better there. No, I agree. Patrick, let us know who you support, mate.
Chelsea.
Chelsea. What you making of this result, bro? I mean, how nervous are you come Sunday?
Like, I think we're still going to jump on against Wolves, but if there's one person who I want out of my club right now, it's got to be Kepa. And the thing that still is for me is after the 5th goal, there was a corner being taken, like that was put in by Liverpool. Kepa stood there watching the ball like he normally does, and I actually heard through my TV on my phone that the defenders were actually calling him to get the ball, but the guy just stood there like it's like he's got no working brain for himself. He has to be told to do everything, and that as a keeper, you just can't. You just have to go, honestly. And I'm tired. Like I was on here when we got battered by West Ham, and it was all Kepa, and I was vexed then. And nothing's changed. Nothing has changed, and you can't change it. It's been like this for so long. And I don't want to be negative, but he's grinding at the point where.
No, I don't think you're being negative at all. I think if Chelsea fans are being completely and utterly honest with themselves, they know that no matter what you do up front, you've got to sort that out. I mean, it's 54 goals I think you've conceded this year. When you look at that as an example, I mean, Watford in relegation, they've conceded 61. Brighton are down in 16th. They've conceded 53. Palace have only conceded 49. Newcastle 55. Your defensive record is as bad as some of the relegation teams. But that's also a positive in the sense of you go and like sign a top centre back and another goalie. Who knows where you could go with what you got up front, you know?
Yeah. Chelsea fans, if you guys U-turn on Havertz and then focus on your defense, would you guys be happy with that?
Nah. No.
I think it's
You got to get Havertz as well, man. The thing is, we have enough money to buy a centre back and Havertz and possibly a goalkeeper anyway. So why would we? Do you know what I mean? Especially selling the players, we've got players that have value as well to sell as well. So do you know what I mean?
No, I think Onana 30 mil, get him in. Tagliafico 30 mil, 60 mil right there, and Zuma can stay. Rudiger is supposedly our best defender. I don't think so. He can go and then fight Man City for Koulibaly, and then maybe we can get somewhere.
There we go. But listen,
I just feel that with Chelsea, that ever since they've had that ban in the transfer market, it's sort of been a blessing in disguise because they've been able to save the money for this current key signings that they want, and now they seem to be having the money to spend while others are now struggling, obviously with everything that's going on with the pandemic and everything. So it's put them at a very unique advantage. So I think that actual ban has worked out quite well for them.
Yeah, I think it has, mate, to be fair. But listen, Steve, thank you very much for coming on, bro. Appreciate your support of the channel as always. And Patrick as well. Thank you very much, boys. We're going to jump into a few more people here. We're going to have Ches on the line. Prime is there. Dave is back with us. Ches, come to yourself first, mate. Because if we start letting Prime talk, he won't stop. I
do have a lot to say about this defense, but go on.
Go on, Ted.
Well, I've got a lot to say, man.
Say it, bro.
I think I think it's hard. It's just Kepa. I think all we need is Kepa left back and centre back. I still think we should get Havertz. I still think that with our squad and our attacking line, we will do very well next season. I don't think Chelsea fans overreact. I don't like seeing Man United fans trolling us when we struggled today as well. So it is what it is. And also, I think that to push us to the next level, I just think we need to get rid of Kepa. I think we just need to spend a 90 on Oblak, solo it, get rid of him maybe in 2 seasons' time or next season, hopefully, because no one's going to buy him right now, and just like solo our pride and to spend the money. Because if we don't, we're not going to go nowhere. And I think in terms of centre backs, they're quite like rare to get. They're quite scarce. So I don't know what centre back we can get unless the man can tell me. But yeah,
on the Kepa thing, I understand he's not that good and he needs replacing. But say if you improved your defense, do you think Kepa is able to face a less amount of shots? Because I think one of the reasons why
that free kick had nothing to do with the defense.
That shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter because at the end of the day, goalkeepers are going to face shots no matter how good your defense are. And if you are not doing if you can't save nothing, because it seems like everything that comes at Kepa's way, he can't save anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. But if you look at
Chelsea fan, there's confidence in him, man. Like none of us. Did you see? Yeah, like some people saying, "Oh, it's because of Van Dijk." Van Dijk and Alisson. It's not just Van Dijk or Alisson. It was both. We need that kind of players for our team. But it's as simple as that, Chelsea fans. We can all see.
The reason why I mentioned it is because if you look at De Gea and his rise at United and his slow fall, his best years is when he was facing more shots against him, and he was able to always be springing, making saves, and doing all that. Now that he's facing less shots, for some reason he's conceding more goals than usual. So, do you think that's possibly because his concentration levels are lower? And if that's the case, then do you think it might be the reverse for Kepa? Maybe the less shots he faces.
But the thing is with De Gea, he was actually performing well in Spain before he was bought. Kepa's always been average at best. I don't know where this, because when you go look at when we were going to sign him, his release clause was 16 mil. The winter transfer window, Real Madrid tried to sign him. If Real Madrid try to sign someone, avoid them. And then after that, he signed a new contract, and then he was 72 M's. And for some reason, we went for him. I'm telling you, I'd rather have Tim Krul. At least he can save pens.
Real talk.
Of Caballero, bro. Why do we stick Caballero?
Now Caballero is mad as well. Caballero has a mad moment every game.
Is nice.
At least,
Kepa is
yeah.
dire,
To be
like-
fair,
Have you guys not got like a young goalkeeper in your youth academy?
You have a
Yes,
guy called
we
Jamie.
did.
You have a guy called Jamie
did.
coming, but he's dead.
We did. We had
Yeah,
Walker in our youth academy, and we
Yes,
sold
Walker
him to
played one
PSG,
game for
innit?
PSG,
PSG.
and they're trying to
Yeah.
sell him to Celtic, dead as well. We don't make
But also, do you guys want to know what's the worst part about all of this? Last season, we were linked between Alisson and Kepa, and we stalled too long with Alisson, which is why Liverpool got him. Which is why we
Yeah,
had
and
to
then
go
we were like,
by
oh, should we?
Kepa.
Yeah, and then we said, should we go buy Oblak for an extra 20 mil or Kepa? Oh yeah, let's buy Kepa. He's cheaper.
No, All Black turned us down. He turned us down.
Do you know what I love
It's
about
a release clause.
do you know what I like about listening to this? So the other day, like you're a Man United fans going, "Oh, I wish that board signed players with as much ease and quality as Chelsea do." And then you sit here and listen to Chelsea fans who are like, "We literally bought a dud when we all knew it was a dud."
We don't sign this. Sorry.
Go on, mate. What are you gonna say? Go on, finish what you're saying.
This myth of Chelsea signing players with ease is not real. Like we were supposed to.
I know it's not real. My point is, we always want, you know, if I order my dinner, you order your dinner, yours comes out, it's, oh, yours looks nicer than mine. That's all it comes down to. The grass isn't always greener. Speaking of greener grass, Neats is back with us. Queen is back. She looks raging. I can see like hiding the anger behind that. I know South London's coming out now.
I'm fuming.
Let it go, girl. Release it, girl. Release it.
I don't even know how to release my anger in the best way. Like everything about today was wrong. Up until Pulisic came on, everything was wrong. And to be honest, the starting lineup, how dare you play three at the back against Liverpool? How dare you? Frank needs to be questioned there. It worked against Manchester United, but there's levels to this. There's absolute levels to this. You cannot play three at the back against Liverpool. Of course we're going to get... The second I saw the lineup, I looked at my dad, and my dad looked at me, and we're like, we're getting our asses wiped today.
No,
Period.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if we play
Period.
4, we will concede like 7 goals, man. I feel
Nah,
like
nah,
we'll
nah,
concede
nah.
goals.
We played before. We won the game 3-1.
Every time we play with Alonso, we are playing with 10 man. Every single time.
Here's the thing that what's happened with Frank this season. Whenever we've played at 5 and we've won, like for example against Wolves this season, we played at 5, we beat them. We went into the Champions League, we played at 5, we lost. We've played Spurs twice with a 5, we've won. Then the following game, we've lost. Now that we've beaten Man United, we think playing at 5 against Liverpool would work. We lost. And the funny thing is, playing at 5 at the back against Wolves will actually work, and we will beat them, but we won't play at 5, we'll play at flat 4.
Oh, he's mocking him.
Look at it. Nah, look at it. You know what, yeah? Third and fourth CL spot should be revoked this season. The way all of us has bottled it, it should be revoked.
No, but it happened. Remember last season, it was the same thing. Exactly the way.
But at
it's
least then we had
the same.
70 points and our team could defend, right? You know how Prime said, I know Anita said with Marcus Alonso we're down to 10. Yeah, Kepa in goal is 9. Jorginho in midfield in a 2.
Yeah, we played with 5 men today.
Mason Mount
conceded.
when he's played. Mason Mount Man played one good game against United, and he did, and his goal, which was a fluke, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's back now." Oh, no, he's not. Stop it! We played 7 against 11. We were trying to press Jurgen Klopp's team that they don't practice against the press every week. That's how Jurgen Klopp plays football.
We conceded 59 goals this season. That has to be addressed. The fact that we conceded 59 goals is disgusting. Last season with Sarri, what did we? I don't think we even broke 40. And we conceded like 10 goals in 2 games.
Sarri's football was boring, but we didn't concede goals. We leaked goals like a tap.
Boys, you both talk together. No one can hear you. No one can hear you.
Right. You call Sarri's football boring, but it worked. It clearly did work, especially with the players that we had.
I was going to say, we leak goals like a tap now.
Yeah,
only thing
look at the love, girl. Look at the love.
Stop overreacting.
Yes, Annie, fam. Make the move, fam. Wait, if you give £100 super chat, she'll go on a date with you, fam. Let's go.
If we do over £250 in super chats, I'll pay for the date. Just for telling Anita now. No, I'm actually not doing it.
Are you selling me, Terry? Are you trying to sell me off?
No,
no.
Man, Terry's the pimp out here. You don't know that.
No, I'm not. True Red Devil's joined us. What do you want to say, bro?
Man, I don't know. First
Right,
of
Russell,
all,
you have a different name on here. Do you do on Skype? It's Russell. Russell's here.
yeah, can you hear me?
There's an old English joke with the name Russell in it. Have you heard it before?
No.
Like, what do you call a man who wanks in a paper bag? Russell.
That sounds mad.
You just made that up on the spot. Didn't you?
I love a bad joke. Anyway, go on, Russell. What do you want to say, bro? What do you want to say?
Oh man, I tuned into the TV trying to get away from the Liverpool game, and I see Leeds celebrating a trophy, bro. I don't know what to do with my life right now. Liverpool just picked it up. Chelsea, I don't know why they didn't play Pulisic. I was watching the game thinking Pulisic should have came on for Mason Mount. Maybe after 45 minutes, it was clear Mason Mount was not out of his depth, but very ineffective in that game. And yeah, I mean, I was, to be honest with you, I was caught in between a hard place and a rock, because on one place I'm hoping that Liverpool lose because I hate Liverpool, but on the other hand, I'm like, Chelsea can, if they pick up a point, they're in top 4 easy. So tonight has been really rough for me, man. You add to that Manchester United. It's all a mess right now. But we see on the last day, we see how it goes. And I'm switching up everything, bro. Player of the season, Anthony Martial. I don't care what anyone says. Player of the season, bro. He put in a performance from the first time he came into this 2019 season. He had one bad month in January, and he's been amazing since.
I don't know what you're smoking, bro. I don't know.
He didn't do anything.
You tell me a player who's performed. You tell me a player who's performed. Man United's player of the season. People were saying Wan-Bissaka, Fred. Some were saying Rashford. I'm telling you, man, it's Anthony Martial. Even in the games he doesn't score, especially after lockdown, this guy has been putting on ridiculous performances from the number 9. I'm telling you, man. Absolutely brilliant. But anyway, man, like, I don't know.
Russell, keep your head up, man.
2020, bro. 2020, Corona, Leeds, Liverpool. What's next?
At least you have De Gea in goal and not Kepa.
No, in fact, is that any different right now?
At the moment, we have Paul Pogba in goal, bro. It's all going down, man.
Wait, imagine if we had lost that game. We couldn't make that joke right now.
I know. You know what I thought was mad about Man United fans tonight, though? You got Paul Pogba, the most expensive midfielder in the world, one of the best in the world. His mistake was ludicrous. And I was seeing more Man United fans angry. And again, they were reacting to rivals, angry at the fact that Williams had been dribbled past a couple of times. I'm thinking, perspective. Like, you got a kid who's in his first ever season and you're angry at him being dribbled past, but yet Pogba literally caught a ball. The worst bit is it's not just handball, it's to protect his face. I look at professional footballers, like, if you have to break your leg to stop your team conceding, I expect you to do it on £12 million a year. Like, I really do. I've got no qualm with that. Like, and like, you have to play Sunday league ball. You got to get up for work on the morning. You might pull out of a tackle because you think, I can't afford 6 months off work. These men ain't got that excuse. Put your face on the line, literally.
No, it's the fact that he had so many other options to pick than covering his face. He could have jumped so he hit his chest. He could have ducked. He could have turned his back. He could have pushed.
The funny thing is, there are also 3 players around it, all doing the same thing.
Yeah, but that's what I was about to say. Fosu Mensah as well. I'm not going to say that word I was about to say, but that's what he is. He's a tart, absolute tart. Do you know what? I'm one of them people. I'm not all about. It's all about blood, sweat, and thunder, and all of that in the football pitch. But these are meant to be grown adults. They're meant to have a little bit of something about them, and maybe it's because I'm from a fighting background, but.
Junior, why didn't you take that role?
You know, now that you mentioned that, now that you mentioned that, do you know who else was going to put their head onto that ball? And Man United fans slate him all the time. Eric Bailly is not turning away from that ball.
Eric Bailly is trying to eat
it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard. That ball was coming in hard, man. I don't
care, bro. I've seen Eric Bailly. I've seen him put his head where some people don't put their feet. This guy would have stopped that ball. And
did you not see the venom of that shot?
I understand why.
There's no excuse to put your hand up here, bro.
That was a concussion waiting to happen. I'm not even gonna lie. If it hit his face or his head, it would have been.
You take it. You take the hit. You're a footballer.
That would have been. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, as a professional footballer, if you're not gonna like do what you need to do with your face, use other parts of your body, fam. Don't Don't do that.
That's what
Use
I'm saying.
your
Put on
chest.
your
Use
back
your
or
back.
something.
Yeah, if I throw a little plastic ball to my 2-year-old daughter, that's what she does. She does that. Honestly, in my old gym where I grew up, right, if anyone flinched at anything, you used to get beat. Like the instructors would beat you, so you're taught not to flinch at anything. And that's why I don't like flinches. Flinches, they make
Why do you think you fell down, Terry? Do you think
He's trying to hide it.
No, he's trying to hide it, fam. He's trying to make it look like he hit his face.
What's it?
the way
OVAR, when
Costa
it came
fell
up, it
down,
was
it's
so.
like he was bumped
Do you know
by
how
a train,
stupid
bro.
what he did, and so out of the ordinary? The referee didn't give it because I think the referee was in denial. He's like, no, he didn't just do that. Like, that's weird. I mean, that's why, again, I will say this, by the way, VAR saving football. Without VAR, that wasn't.
Yeah, that would have been given.
And these are the types.
Man, it took VAR 60 minutes. They were trying to save us. They were trying to first give you one.
No. What they have to do, they weren't trying to save us. What they have to do is they have to make sure that the objective parts of a subjective decision are looked at. That is the law of the game. So they had to make sure that nobody was offside or there wasn't any kind of offside movement. Otherwise, that happened, or any kind of infringement that happens before the handball. That's why, for instance, Liverpool's handball against City early on in the season wasn't given, because the ball hit Bernardo Silva's hand on its way through to hitting Trent. There was an offence before the handball of Trent, meaning Trent's wasn't a handball. If you bring it back to it, so those are the things that's what they're not trying to help Man United. They're just trying to make sure they're getting the correct decision.
I'm just saying in Frank Lampard's words, but yeah.
So let me ask Anita, are you making top 4?
100%, but it's just sad that it has to go to the last day, innit? Like, if we had got a draw today, we would have been set. Like, it would have been fine. But I don't see us not beating Wolves on Sunday. So, yeah, we're 100% getting top 4. I'm just a bit annoyed about how we're getting top 4. But yeah, without a doubt, man.
Sorry, weird message come through. No, I totally get it. Winter Surfer here says, bring Czech out of retirement for one final game.
I thought that today as well.
He'd do better than Kepa. He'd do better at this age. 110%, no doubt about it.
Here's the thing though. As I keep saying, someone here says, stop bloody cussing Kepa, put a bloody defense in front of him. How many times do you see defenders looking around? Kepa can't be flying around everywhere. He makes saves and defense is still shit. I'm assuming that's what he means. That's also a point that needs to be given. Our defensive structure is shocking.
I already asked that question, and most of the guys.
What was the question you said?
I said, if Kepa had a better defense in front of him, do you think that could improve and do your job?
Yes, because last season he was really good last season.
No, because the thing with he wasn't really good. Relax it. That's
okay. He
was. No. Defenders, right? Defenders. When you're in order to be a key defender, one thing you need is that you need to have confidence in your goalkeeper. When all these great teams talk about. When the great teams always talk about their defense, the first thing is that our goalkeeper was so strong that we knew where to be and how to position ourselves. So when the corner came in, they could run in and come collect it. How many times this year has Kepa run out to come collect the ball? Because his communication is awful with his defense, he gets blocked off. That's one goal against West Ham. Easily. Okay. If he's shouting at his defense, I've got this. He catches the ball, it's done. Because they have no confidence in him, he's had no confidence this whole year, and the whole defensive system is dead. I don't know what else to call it. Bro.
No, but David, if the keeper doesn't have trust in his defense, it's going to be equally as shocking.
That's not true.
That is true.
Harry De Gea played with a worse defense, and was still sick.
But at least at least your defense was consistent. Our defense keeps constantly getting changed. He doesn't know what's playing in front of him every game.
Again, that's prime. That you are wrong there. So from about 2014, so the season after Moyes, so from LVG season right through until this year, we have never played with a consistent back line until this season. It's the first season, and lo and behold. And the only other time we conceded less goals than this regularly was when we played the Jose season where we came second. But that's because we were negative and we sat behind the ball and it was hard to concede chances. But in some of our seasons where you had Phil Jones, Rojo, and Smalling as our main centre backs, De Gea was saving us. And Paul Scholes is right in what he said. Without De Gea, some of those seasons we'd have finished 10th. He saved us probably 10 games. Kepa's never got close to that. You know, I think David De Gea pulled off more saves in one top season than Kepa's done in his whole career.
Yeah, but you can't just put everything on him, though.
You can
No,
win.
I've never-
not everything.
No, you're right.
Shots
The
are
defense
savable.
has to take a portion of the blame.
Not when shots are savable. Because at the end of the day, if the shot is savable, a top goalkeeper should be saving in high position. I'm not talking about a shot that's bent into the top corner no one can get to. I'm talking about simplistic shots that are hitting you. I look at Kepa and he concedes so many weak, and that's why United fans are finished with De Gea now. He's conceding weak shots, and it's like
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. If you remember even the Crystal Palace game, the Zaha goal, that came, even though it was a bit of a banger, that came straight at Kepa.
He could have saved it.
Yeah, that is true. But we that's true. But if we close Zaha down and stop him taking that shot, that doesn't happen.
Prime, I have a question for you. If Tim Krul do goal tonight, are we conceding 5 goals? Yes or no?
Yes.
Probably not. No, but if we had Tim Krul all season, if we had Tim Krul all season, would we have improved by much?
Maybe we might have stopped. You might have stopped a couple goals. Man can save pens like it's no one's business, and he can make simple stops. One thing about most football.
No. In Kepa's defense, he does save pens. He does save pens.
Thomas Muller, right, has made a career out of doing all the simple things amazing. That's how great players happen. When they do something mad, it's most of the time it's not like out of the ordinary, but it's something that you wouldn't actually do. But when there's a 5-yard pass you have to make, when you have to cross in a ball, when you have to go in and catch and go over your defenders to win the ball, great goalkeepers, great centre backs, all of great players will always do the simple things well, because that's what they practice day in, day out. When I look at Kepa, I see a guy who is quite simply not good enough at claiming balls. I see he's weak. He's like 6'1". He's not tall enough to reach the ball.
But I've never denied any of that. I haven't denied it. My point is that it's not all his fault.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's all his fault, but he's a big portion of that.
So let's give equal blame as well to our defensive structure and our defense.
But it's not equal. But it's not equal though, because this guy should have saved so many goals. When you look at the stats, he's the worst performing goalkeeper in the league.
Yeah.
He's 68th. He's 68 out of 69 in Europe.
He is. He is. And if we bring in another goalkeeper, but we don't change our defense, improve our defense or our structure,
you're telling me
what the hell?
All Black in goal. It's not going to be better.
So what's his save percentage?
It's like 50. It's like 52 or something.
Cool. So if the goalkeeper whose save percentage was 72, you quite
less goals.
Literally,
I know, but the improvement isn't solely going to be just on getting a new goalkeeper. We do need to fix our defense.
Yeah, but he does improve it by a hell of a lot. Look at Liverpool. They had Van Dijk and Karius in net, and they still couldn't be able to win the Champions League. They changed their goalkeeper to Alisson.
At this point,
they got Alisson, they got Van Dijk and Fabinho. They also improved. They also brought in a defensive coach. They also brought in a defensive coach.
Prime.
Yeah.
Has Kepa got nudes of you or something?
No. My point is, as a goalkeeper, I understand how hard it can be. So you can't blame everything on him. I know how bad. I've watched every game this season, and I look at how bad our defensive structure has been. So we need to fix everything. It can't just be, let's get on Oblak and things will be fine.
No, I'm not saying things will be fine, but they'll be better. I'm telling you, whack in Martinez, Leno, David
De Gea.
Who else? Alisson, Nick Pope, Tim Krul. I'm bringing my boy back.
From
Tim
Crystal
Krul.
Palace.
You whack any of these guys. Also, Gator, who we were linked with because Kepa's been performing like this for the whole season. You whack any of these guys in, and we concede less goals because this guy is bad. I don't know what else.
I am not denying that though.
I reckon United's fourth choice goalkeeper in Joel Pereira is better.
Bro, you're not getting love tonight, bro. You're not getting love.
Okay, but what is anything that I'm saying that is bad? I'm not denying anything you guys have said.
Why the
why Pogba in goal? He will do better than Kepa.
Son.
This is the level. These are the levels, right? I'm telling you, we need to get Kepa 20 mil, offer it to Ajax, say take him, leave him, we'll pay all his wages, but just give us Onana and Tagliafico.
Sunday. Prime, after we've done this, what's going to happen, right? Man United are going to get beat by Leicester. You're going to be drawing to go through, and the ball's going to come to Kepa. He's going to make the worst fumble mistake ever. You guys are going to lose, and
the Kit Kat fingers would just take a break.
If Kit Kat fingers comes out and we lose that game,
the Kit Kat fingers would take a break, fam, and just like.
I might have to do
We've got to get a new goalkeeper, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care about it. Even I'm telling you, we will still concede with that guy in goal. He's just not good enough. I'm sorry to say, for Chelsea, he's not good enough.
How can we go a whole season?
Hold on. Someone says, Prime, the defense was just as poor last season. Remember how Bournemouth smashed us 4-6, City smashed us 6. The defense is poor, but the goalkeeper has been worse this season than last. Yes, but our defense was also better last season. Our defensive structure was better last season.
How can we go a whole season? How can we go a whole season?
Yeah, right? My point was never.
Seriously, not only because no one can hear you. It's good stuff, but no one can hear you. But one at a time.
Prime. What I'm saying is, how can we go a whole season, right? Even with a new system, and have one away clean sheet? Do you remember how sick we were back in the day? Teams will come to us, we'd score 1 goal, game over. That's the level of defense we're talking about here. We are one of the greatest defensive teams in Premier League history. How have we gone from that to this? It makes no sense.
I know why.
Kepa is one of the
but you guys are acting as if I'm saying that none of this is Kepa's fault. I'm saying because you mentioned our defense. We had a world-class goalkeeper. We had world-class defenders. We had a world-class defensive system.
In context, we have David Luiz at centre back. At centre back.
You were, but were you not talking about back in the day with Czech and Terry and everyone?
Yeah.
Right now, I would rather have
with Conte's system, we had a world-class goalkeeper and we had a brilliant defensive structure.
World-class goalkeeper, Courtois average, man.
He's world-class.
Courtois world-class. We had a defensive structure that worked. We had David Luiz and Gary Cahill playing in a back three, and we were able to win the title. We were able to win the title. Why? Because we had a defensive structure.
Boys, do you know what made me laugh about the Courtois thing? When Courtois left, I remember Chelsea fans he had a bit of a bad start, didn't he, to life in Spain? I remember Chelsea fans getting on his back, and then you guys had Kepa, so you were really happy, and that's all gone wrong. I actually remember Man United fans doing something similar when we signed when Pogba left Man United. We signed a guy called Nick Powell.
Nick Powell.
And he made a couple of little cameo performances.
He scored on his debut or something.
And he came on for a proper appearance, and he scored a screamer against Wigan. And this boy was renowned in the lower leagues of scoring screamers. And I remember Twitter going off, and it was like, "Who needs Pogba? He hasn't even started for Juve yet. We've got Nick Powell." That's what you guys have done with Courtois leaving and bringing in Kepa. You brought in it, but we only spent £6 million on Powell. You spent 70. What is it? World record fee?
World record fee.
World record goalkeeper.
World record goalkeeper who has the worst save percentage in world football.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Kepa in the papers and that and just around the Twitter sphere and that? Why doesn't Kepa get as much smoke as a Harry Maguire? Because both of them are the most expensive players in their position.
Because Harry Maguire's English.
Man United have more fans to banter people.
Yeah.
So hang on a minute. So players get. So what you're saying is,
I'm not saying it's right, but it is. That's
no. Let me know what I'm saying is. So I noticed it's because they're English, and this is why I always say to people, yes, English players get more attention. They get more attention when they're good, and when they're bad. Look what Pickford gets. Pickford's better.
Short arms, fam.
And T-Rex boy gets the serious smoke. Do you know what I mean? Like it's mad.
Wait, short arms, man. Short arms.
Funny thing is, Kepa's in number 20 and Pickford's number 19. So,
where are you getting that from?
I remember seeing a stat on it the other day.
Banter stats. He's getting it from Banter Stats, fam.
Banter stat. There we go. Nick Pope would be a good sign-in. I agree.
Nick Pope, man. Nick Pope. I just need a goalkeeper who can catch a ball.
Wait. So what kind of goalkeeper do you guys need? So is it
a world-class goalkeeper? Yeah, one that can play out the back.
So you're looking for play out the back or shot stopper or both?
Play out the back, it looks like.
We need a guy who can do the basics. That's all I'm asking for. I don't need you to whip out a worldly save when it's going top corner. Because realistically, if you can't save a ball that's going at your feet, what's the point in you being there? Goalkeepers, you're meant to do the basics, all right? When you the thing with goalkeepers is that it's such a high pressure position because it's like if you make a mistake, odds are it's in the back of the net. If the reason why Mason Mount today is not getting as much trouble as Kepa is because man's playing outfield. So when he gives the ball away for the 50th time, it just goes to Virgil van Dijk and he just passes it along. That kid, I swear, honestly, he's a good. Mason Mount, he's a good bench piece, but he's not the guy. We had a chance 5 minutes into the game. If that's Kai Havertz, it's a goal. Quite simple. If that's Kai Havertz, it's a goal.
A question for you. Mason Mount, this Mason Mount, or Jesse Lingard for 2 years ago. Which one you taking?
Fam, they're both dead.
I'm taking Mount, man. The only reason I'm taking Mount is
his occasional worldie to put in a performance like he did against United. But I'm not stick. He's not Premiership winning quality. He's Premiership.
But he does bring that. He brings this intensity and he brings this closing down that I really like. That a lot of players don't bring.
But wait. You know when people say he presses well, or like he's got good work rate. Do you not think that's the only thing they say? Don't you think that's because they're dead? If the only thing that footballers' compliments is they work hard and they've got passion and they press well, surely that means they're dead footballers.
Not necessarily. Sometimes that's needed because I remember when we played Norwich the other day and Mount didn't play that game, and you could see the difference of him not being there compared to when he is there. If you get what I mean, there was a huge difference.
I think the thing with both of those players, and it doesn't matter which anybody prefers, is what you need is someone that can put that press on, but then can also ball consistently. And as a general rule, although he hasn't had a good couple of games in his last two, that's why United fans saw a difference when Bruno came in, and Chelsea will see a difference when Havertz. And I've got some big news on Kai Havertz tomorrow. Can I even let a little bit out of what I've been saying?
Don't let it slip.
I've been sent some private messages that involve someone exceedingly close to him in terms of what he's going to be doing and what's been agreed. I can't believe someone sent it to me because it was a madness. So I got it, and I've tried to make sure.
Terry, if this is not a mad U-turn of like he's going to Bayern or something,
it's not like that. But it'll come out tomorrow. I'll let it out tomorrow.
He's flying to London tomorrow. He's signing the dotted paper before we play the Wolves game, just in case things go a bit south. Just that.
David, what goalkeeper would you bring in, and would you bring in a defender with him?
I'd bring in Nick Pope. Honestly, I need to trust in my goalkeeper to be able to run out and grab that ball. Because you literally heard it today in the 85th minute when they got a free kick at the corner, and they're all shouting, "Catch the ball!" And he's like, "No."
Let me ask Anita a question here. So we know what you're bringing in up front. Who are your choices? Have you got any players that stand out for you, left back, centre back, goalkeepers that you would like to come in for Chelsea?
Anyone. I'm with David on this. Anyone. Especially that left back position. I'll take anyone. Anyone at all. I'm with David. Honestly, I'll take Pope as my goalie. What'd you say?
I said, if you can run forward and whip in across, please come at left back and have a bit of pace.
No, I keep saying Chelsea need to bring in Gabriel from Lille. I've been saying this forever. No one takes it serious.
No,
PSG might end up buying him, and I'm telling you, he's going to be the next. What's it called? Thiago Silva. I'm saying it now, and I've been saying this for a long time. People want to hear me or not, you'll see in it.
I'm not against Gabriel. The only problem with Gabriel is that
you're not convinced, are you, David?
What? When we need to buy.
No,
but when we need to buy a centre back, he needs to be next level because all our centre backs are average. But if you put these average centre backs next to if you had a centre back partnership of Van Dijk and Rudiger, it works. Van Dijk and Zuma, it works.
But there's no Van Dijks out there. There's no Van Dijks out there.
No. But what I'm saying is, we can't go out and just trust a guy who could become good. We need someone.
But the thing is, there aren't many Van Dijks or there aren't many Koulibalys out there anyway. So you're going to need to find the guy who's going to become good.
That's what I'm saying. Before I remember I asked you guys this before. Before Van Dijk went to Liverpool, did anyone know he was going to be this good? Let's be honest.
Yeah, and that's it. These players exist. You've just got to find them, and then they've got a click and they've got a motor on forward. I think that's the thing with all of it. And that's where, as football fans, sometimes we've just got to sit back and wait and see. Because with all due respect to all of us on here, none of us really have a fucking clue. Like, we just don't. We're not privy to half the information that these people are. But equally, that's why we're allowed to be annoyed when they get it wrong. Because you think, if I was allowed information and if I had the time to go watch and scout teams and watch, like do it as a full-time job, I think I feel a bit more informed. Now, I'm not saying I'd be able to judge it right, but that's what pisses me off. Do you know what I mean? It's when they sign someone who ends up being absolutely trash, you think, how have you done that? How have you not watched him enough to know that he can't control the ball on his left foot? Or like Kepa can't catch a ball. It's mad. It's literally mad. We're gonna be going on the hour mark. But we've got Ram, of course. Just
Ram.
Congrats, Rams. Ready for the smoke, man. Come on.
Ram, give it to us. Ram, give it to us.
Ram, in a few words, describe how you felt when Liverpool lifted that trophy.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ecstatic.
Well, that's enough. We don't really want to none of that. Move, bro. I love you a lot, but we are Liverpool here for months now. Until I see that Premier League reset and we're all on 0 points, that's when Liverpool are getting back.
Boy, Stro, did you see that your son just got booted? Defend your son, Stro. Come on.
Someone on here said Skriniar from Inter. There are so many options for Chelsea. Skriniar's not really available, though.
No, he is.
No, he is.
But is
he available?
Inter want money. Inter want
you
money.
pay the piece, which we have.
How much? How much is it? How much?
75
or 80.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Same as Havertz. But he's a good player.
But then again, Conte does want Conte does want one of our left backs in Emerson or Alonso, so that can help the price.
Take him.
I want to say, can I say something? Antonio Conte should be manager of the year for taking Ashley Young, for taking Eriksen, for taking Lukaku, for taking Victor Moses, all these
Sanchez.
Premier League rejects. Thank you, Conte. Thank you so much, man. Manager of the year, bro. There you go, fam.
What did he say? Mount playing his first season. Season starting every game for Chelsea in the Premier League, coming from Derby, and he's getting hate from a Chelsea fan. Kante injured all season, all the pressure on him. 6 goals, 4 assists, fourth. Listen, I think look, Mason Mount has it off. And you know where I will back you on that, Danny, is like I say, I see Man United fans coming with the pitchforks and the and sort of the fire for Brad Williams at the minute, because Williams isn't sort of doing what Robertson's doing. It's like it is man's first season. Give him a little bit of time, get off his back. So I do understand that. But let's see what he does next year. And if people, I'm sure though, if anyone on there thinks that Mason is a little bit average, and he comes out to be brilliant next year, everyone will admit they were wrong. It's as simple as that. David, shame on you for not wanting the league to be cancelled from a Liverpool fan.
When did I say that?
I have no idea.
I think he's saying, he wants it to be cancelled so Liverpool don't win the title, innit? That's what he's saying.
I don't care. I could care less, man. Cool. Wow, you're on 1. Woohoo! You're on 1. I'm on 5.
They're giving it to me.
Ram, defend your team, fam. Go for it,
Greatest
man.
Premier League team.
Look, he's trying. Look. I know what he's trying. He was holding a lot of smoke before. Now he just can't take it because he got absolutely.
How can I not take it? I'm here. I'm here.
Twonked. You got tonked, mate.
Come off it, bro. You can't defend your team.
Terry, I beg you, big throw on.
Yet man say you swap Firmino for
Muller
and Black for Alisson. Come on, bro.
Stroh and the Liverpool boys were due on this show. I'm not too sure. Obviously, but I assume they're just busy watching footage of.
They're busy crying, fam. I know Stroh's got tears in his eyes, man.
Yes,
yes,
he is.
100%.
All good for him, man.
Yes, he is.
Boy,
I'm saying is Henderson.
Yes,
he is.
In the Premier League era. Premier League era.
Yes,
yeah, Premier League era.
Captain, he has to be
of all time. Probably someone like who's the highest.
Tell us, Ram, because you know all these old men.
History, Ram. Tell us your history, boy.
You know what I mean? I could go through it. Like I could do like a lecture for you guys if you want.
I don't lecture. I want one simple answer. Who is your most decorated captain?
I think it might be Ian Callaghan.
I don't want to hear.
No, with your chest. With your chest, bro.
Rams, look right at the screen. Don't look it up. Look right at the screen.
Terry making big screen. Terry making big screen right now.
I think it's Emlyn Hughes. Emlyn Hughes might be the guy because he
got more trophies.
Emlyn Hughes, what are you chatting about, fam?
You do realize he was the captain of 2 European titles.
No, because look how old we are, fam. How do you know that?
I'm convinced this kid is a time traveler. I'm convinced now.
Yeah, call me the doctor. Call me the doctor, mate. I'm the doctor.
No, because I know the majority. I know the majority of the. Well, getting playback. I know the majority of the name. So I'm getting really bad playback from someone.
Let's mute or something.
Who is that?
I don't know who that is.
It's not
It's
me.
gone, it's gone now, but that's because everyone's muted. It says can't be Monster. KJ, you. It's gone. No, not you. Neats. Nope. Neats, is it you? Oh, it's you.
I'm gonna mute myself. I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm gonna mute myself.
There we go. I thought it's weird. I just suddenly started doing that. But yeah, I know a lot of like Man United. I don't know. I'm not a historian on Man United, but I know like who captains were when we won Champions Leagues in 68. I know who died in the Munich disaster. I know bits of our history. I know who scored winning goals in FA Cups in the 80s. That's not weird for Rams. I think people should know the history of their club. Like I know a lot of Chelsea fans. If I ask them who was the captain, who was before John Terry, most can't answer me that question.
No,
If I actually asked a 26-year-old Chelsea fan, a friend of mine.
Desai.
Yeah, I asked him I asked him what he thought of Dennis Wise, and he looked at me like I was talking in Martian. He didn't know who Dennis Wise was.
I know who Dennis
is. Yeah, I know who Dennis Wise was, but I don't know too much. I didn't know, except for the videos I've watched of him. But it was before my time, innit? I just know he was our captain at one point.
Dennis Wise was just he was quite a good little player, really. He was decent. Yeah. It's an age thing, isn't it? Like I didn't watch anything. It's like when people talk about the Hansons and Souness's. I know they were good players, but I was too young to watch them. And if Hanson and Souness hadn't been pundits their whole lives, I wouldn't know who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Team, which wouldn't.
When I was cussing him out, one of my family members was telling me Souness was as good as Pogba is today, innit? Apparently he was a great midfielder, innit? Apparently so.
What?
That's what they say, innit?
Apparently Souness is as good as Pogba as a player. Don't think so. Where are your medals? Where are your medals?
Well,
didn't he win a Premier League? I don't know. I'm asking genuinely.
Well, a first division, but not a Premier League because Liverpool only
not a Premier League, but yeah, he won a league title.
Yeah, he won leagues in that, but like he also used to kick man in the chest, so I don't see the relevance.
No, I hear that. But so listen, everyone who's tuned in, thank you. Do us a big favor, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the retweet button, and we've got one more. It says there's one more. There's only gonna be one more of these Premier League streams after games. Anyway, these have become mad. These have gone huge since we returned back from lockdown.
Oh, Terry, sorry to interrupt. Stroh says that he wants to come on, but it's full.
I'm gonna have to kick a few people out that are sitting in the back area.
Let me go. Let me go,
all right then, mate. I'll catch you soon. Cheers, bro. Thank you.
No worries, man. Take care.
You're Ram.
Thank you.
I apologize for making fun that Liverpool legends. That is your job as a Liverpool fan and historian.
You do realize that I read history at university.
I can tell.
I used to get a lot of jokes saying like, "Of course you're doing history. You're a fucking Liverpool fan."
I'm surprised you don't wake up with back problems.
Sorry, what?
I'm surprised you don't wake up to a poster of Maldini and kiss it.
I actually want to get a poster of Maldini. Not gonna lie.
Oh my god,
bro! I tell you, man.
What's wrong with you? Imagine sitting in a room with posters of football players up behind you. Do you know what I mean? It's well weird.
Rams, you just seen your team lift the Premier League title. You're talking about Maldini.
Look, man.
Oh my god.
I think we need to move on
from a few Liverpool fans.
Yes, bro. My guy.
Yo, hang on one sec, boy. There's a super chat in here. I need to show this to Neats. Some get an entanglement.
Hit me up. We can sort something out.
£100 super chat. I'm telling you.
There we go. Stro, mate, how you feeling after seeing your team lift that little trophy?
That little trophy.
Yeah,
I mean, it's your first one, so.
Yeah, how did it feel to lose your virginity today?
No, it's literally waited forever for it. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. Super emotional.
Did you have
super
tears? Was there tears? Is that red eyes I see from crying?
Yeah, because obviously I have my daughter, so like it's emotional for me. Obviously on a deeper level, like obviously because of my little sister and stuff like that. And then when my daughter came into my life and stuff like that, like it just changed my life forever. And then since she's been born, Champions League, Premier League, like you lot are in trouble if it carries on like that. Let me tell you.
Yeah, Samuel, how about yourself, mate?
I'm telling you, when I watched that trophy celebration, all the years of primary school, secondary school, all that banter in university came rolling back and saying, there you go, we've done it.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's modest. This is modest celebration.
I was expecting like
we're just
you're
speechless,
dead,
isn't it? We're
I'm the
speechless,
best.
isn't it?
Yeah, well,
No,
enjoy
do you know why?
it. Enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
What's that?
No, do you know why? It's because what's it called? In the back of my mind, I'm thinking we should have done this like time ago. But it's kind of more like for me, relief now. It's just relief.
And the thing is, it's the way you won it as well. If you had done an Aguero moment where you scored in the last minute, Mo Salah, oh my god, I'd have to. I think most people would have to like be quiet because it's been won since like December.
Yeah, I get. I think what's interesting for me though, when I speak to Liverpool fans is there's ones like Strogram, yourself, Sam, who just you're happy, you're celebrating it. It's been some feel disappointed that you haven't won it in a grander fashion, and you see that in the way they're kind of exaggerating. There's a thing I put out, and I did it for a bit of a trolling session yesterday, where they're like, "Oh, first team in England to win the Champions League, Premier League, and the World Club Championship in one season." And it's like, well, you're not, because you won one of them last year. Like you're like trying to make you're the holders of all those things. That's fine, but it's like, why are you trying to make your achievement into something that it isn't? Just be proud of what you've got, own what you've got, and celebrate. It's like, stop trying to make it bigger than it really is. And I feel sorry for Liverpool fans who are just doing that. They're doing the right thing. Very, very strange. Like some of them feel a little bit, they still feel a bit inadequate for it, and you shouldn't. But then what I'm really excited about is next year. Now, for me, it's Liverpool have lifted it. It's great, and I'm sure Jurgen Klopp's going to have a big party tonight, maybe for a few nights, and then it's going to be Operation 2021 and how you retain that. Because I know Chelsea fans have been on there kicking off, but they're going to sign some defenders. They're going to sign a goalkeeper. They're going to sort themselves out. United, I'm not worried about a performance. I know what we're going to do. City as well. Forget United and Chelsea. Are going to break the record. FFP is going to be relaxed anyway, if not disbanded because of their botched attempt to take down City. City are going to spend, and at the moment it's quite silent what City are doing. They're not really making much noise. But I think in the next couple of weeks, I think we're going to see some massive
guaranteed Koulibaly. Guaranteed
Koulibaly for sure. Koulibaly's going. That's it.
Yeah, and I think that's so next season. I just feel like it's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
As Liverpool fans, who do you fear the most about coming for your title? And don't say yourself. And don't say yourself something.
KJ, as champions, not Liverpool fans, champions. Say for your chest and say
it right there. Say it right there.
Champions.
When you speak to us now, you cross straight.
As first time champions.
Rams, I've got some friends with me now. I'm all right.
I got the cavalry, bro. I got the cavalry there. As first time Premier League champions, who do you most fear next season?
Obviously,
definitely not Chelsea with that defense.
Yeah, I know. Obviously not Chelsea.
Funny thing is, we even scored 3 goals against you, so I don't know why you're.
Yeah, we felt bad.
But the thing is, you also love the whole 3 as well.
Hey, the 3
5 against you when we didn't even. The game didn't even mean nothing to us, really and truly.
You needed more, and you. Okay, wait. I got a question. If you guys do a bottle job against Wolves,
start here, Ram. Start again.
If you guys bottle it against Wolves and win, what would you do? What would you actually do?
I'd be annoyed, but I'd still be confident we're going to beat you next year. So,
really?
Yeah, I'm serious. I think Liverpool. I've said it. I think Liverpool have experienced a perfect storm. After that happens, it's gonna all come crashing down, and I can't wait. Maybe it won't be next season. It may not be the season after, but the day when it all comes crashing down, I want to have the same energy from you, man, today, where you're all gassing it. Okay?
Are you trying to convince yourself, or are you trying to convince us?
Oh no! I know in myself what we're doing. Are you seeing the team we're assembling? Just wait. Just wait.
Whoa!
What?
What now?
Kepa.
You do not use that on this platform. For Man United only.
Okay, fine. In the words of KJ, you may be the Avengers, but we are Disney Plus. We own you, okay? KJ,
Yo, right? David, you know what that sounded like? You know when you got like little small kids that try and threaten you? That's why it sounded like, well, you Avengers, but we're Disney Plus and we're gonna be better than you. That's why it sounded like, bro.
Make the reference in the first place.
Because man flopped. I admit it, man's banter was dead that day.
Exactly. Don't worry.
I mean, it usually is, KJ.
Liverpool are the favourite next season. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. However, the biggest reason I want Liverpool to fall away, and I would pick, if Man United can't win the league, I just hope somebody else does. There is going to be meltdowns. And I want it to be bad. I want it to be like you're sitting in 6th in December. I just want to see, because for 5 years on social media, it's nothing to do with Liverpool Football Club. 5 years on social media, a lot of Scousers I know and a lot of Liverpool fans on socials have had this weird, like, we don't slag our own team off. We don't say bad things about our own team. We don't ever get toxic. We don't get angry at our own club. And I'm like, that's because it's going well. I just want to see it go bad for a season from a good position and just see and sit back with my pipe. I don't smoke a pipe, but I'm going to get one. Slippers on, sit back and be like, all right, just inject that into my veins. But it's probably not going to happen because
I slag the players off. Like as much as I love him and he scored tonight, his goal scoring record this season hasn't been good enough. Firmino, like how are you going to score one goal at home?
For me, what?
Yeah.
He scored though, didn't he, KJ? So you be quiet.
You know what would have been good for you guys to have for next season? An actual striker in Timo Werner.
Do you know what would have been good for you to have?
Actual defense. Haha, funny.
An actual goalkeeper.
It's true.
I
mean, we can score goals. We can score goals. You
Tammy
can't
Abraham's
defend.
a better striker than Firmino. The numbers show it, so I don't know why you're talking.
Chelsea boys, but you can't banter Liverpool yet. Really.
I will try my best.
Well, no, we can banter Rams.
You try.
Rams are not an Forest fan. It's cool. It's fine.
Honestly, I saw. Apparently, they bottled it today.
Ram was crying. Not because
my dad's on a madness.
Hold on. They bottled it today.
Yeah, they got knocked out. They're not in the playoffs.
Wow.
They bottled it. My dad's in a madness.
Yeah, I think
Listen,
that's
all
why
I know is that Nottingham Forest have more Champions League than Chelsea.
Not because Liverpool won the league, but Nottingham Forest blocked out the tin fan. I'm telling you, he's Mark Goldbridge in disguise.
Obviously, I feel bad for Forest because obviously my dad's a Forest fan, but I love Liverpool, man. I don't care. We won the title.
I love Liverpool. Are you trying to convince us or yourself?
He's trying to convince
anyone.
No, he's trying to convince Stroh. He's trying to convince Stroh because his dad is, as his dad, he needs to be proud of him. So he needs to try and prove to his dad that he's worth it.
Ram, I told you earlier, say it with your chest. These man can't talk to you. Don't let these Chelsea man talk to you.
Bow down to the Kings, man. Bow down to the Kings.
Kings? Fam, you've got
Kings.
one.
We're the Kings. We're the Kings. Is that a fact? We're the Kings.
Wait, no. I'm Man United the Kings. I'm Man United the Kings.
Ram, I'll ask you a question.
We disowned them for a bit.
Ram, it's the King. Where are your balls? King. Where's that? Come on, bro. Ram. Ram. Let's go face.
What?
We're the Kings. Kings.
You're literally like you've won one Grand Slam. You've won one Grand Slam, and suddenly you think you're Nadal and Federer. What's going on? It's one. It's cool. You won. I respect it. You guys been the best team this year.
David,
but
to be honest, let's just put some respect on my club that we are the most decorated club in the country. So I'll have that.
By one trophy, yeah.
Are you?
We are the most decorated club in the country.
I think we're on 64 and United.
Yes, we are.
63 now.
Google is free.
Wait, when did you win this extra trophy?
Yeah, apparently they're counting the Club World Cup, boys, and the Super Cup.
We're counting the Club World Cup for them as well.
Even, even take that away. Even take that away.
Yeah.
We're still the most decorated club in the country.
Oh, okay.
Because they won. I think you guys won 2 Club World Cups.
Over the line.
One at a time, please.
Prime.
No one's gonna speak.
Doesn't mean silence, people. Someone go.
Rams, go. You were speaking. It's fine. Go.
I was just saying, you've won 2 Club World Cups, haven't you? United fan. United.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even if you take that out, we only won 1, so we guaranteed more trophies if you're going to take it out.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. No, I get your maths. I understand. But yeah, things like that just don't. Those types of things just don't really bother me. I'm like, it's cool, sweet. Like, I respect Liverpool. I think Liverpool done great. But after Sunday, all back to 0, and then that's it. We start again and we move. That's why I'm looking forward to Sunday being over. We claim 3rd. You know, most miraculous comeback of the season. Do you know what I mean? Ollie, manager of the year, and it's fine. I mean,
wait. Manager of the year.
What about?
Yeah, he was 14 points behind 3rd place, written off. Close to being sacked. Allegri was having interviews for his job. Turns it round. Qualified for the Champions League. We're going to win the European Cup. You know, he's signed the best attacking midfield player in the world. He's rejuvenated Pogba at Manchester United. Most improved defensive record in Europe. More clean sheets in Europe than anybody else. These are all bona fide
manager of the season.
Obviously formed the Avengers, and finally he has discovered, he has bled through, and he has developed the best teenager in world football. You add all that together, no doubt.
Well done. That's true.
He couldn't finish it with a straight face.
Tell why I sell anything, bro. I sell anything, and that was
Best teenager in the world. When he signs for United.
Rams, they're coming for you here in the comments. It says Ramos, a dead man, should support Birmingham.
Listen.
Why would I support them? I don't support people that punch Jack Grealish.
Nah, listen, don't let Ram come to this side of the country, fam. Are you mad? I don't even like Birmingham City, but Ram would be a disgraceful fan.
No, guys, we can all banter each other. I love it. Kerry, give it a rest. Give it a rest. Like I was being serious. I love it about people that take my trolling seriously. Like I said earlier. I said earlier, how dare Maguire handball it like that? Terry, fucking Maguire, Pogba. Like, yeah, one thing Twitter's got to add. I wish they could change your font for like your font for normal stuff, font for anger, and a font for sarcasm. Because honestly, dumb people just don't. It would help the dummies. You know what I mean? You know the people that can't count to 20 without sandals on. Those people help them right out. I know we can all banter each other as well. By the way, before we end the show, what we do need to do is have a moment of mourning, really, because
celebration.
No, mourning, not to Liverpool. Liverpool celebrate. Congratulations. Moment of mourning for Arsenal sitting in 10th.
If they drop one more spot.
Do you know how much I genuinely wanted them to finish 11th this season?
Oh my God.
I was going to say,
because I think it was Chelsea that finished 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and Gal, when he came up, was like, oh, well, Chelsea won.
I wanted them to finish 11th.
Wait. I've got a thing to say. I've got something to.
Go on, Ram. Tell us, Ram. Tell us.
Say it with your chest.
Ram, don't bottle it.
How dare you say that Steven Gerrard is not a great player? Latimer's Prime and David.
We never said that. We didn't say that. No. I said what I said is that he can't be counted as one of the all-time greats because he hasn't won enough. I don't think that's controversial. I think every great in every sport has won all the titles. You look at Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, Michael Jordan, Ronaldo, Messi.
My man went F1. Oh my goodness.
What? Nadal, Federer. No. You can say whatever you want, but they've won. They've won everything they can multiple times. That's what makes you a great.
Okay. I'll give you one thing. You're giving us titles that a single player can win. I'll give you an example. Kumar Sangakkara is one of the greatest cricketers of all time, but he has never won a Cricket World Cup.
Is he in the same bracket as Sachin Tendulkar?
Yes, he is. He's
mad?
an incredible player.
On that though, because that's your nation that you play for. What? And it's hard. No, see, cricket's a difficult one because obviously you don't play a lot of. What did he do at like club level of cricket?
He won. I think he won an IPL with a team that's been disbanded. But Sachin.
The thing with cricket is cricket's a real dip, but cricket isn't a good example either, because cricketers, although they play for counties and clubs and stuff, they spend the majority of it, a bit like rugby, they spend the majority of the time with their international team. Does that make sense? So you can't give that. That's not. I get where David's coming from, and I get where you're coming from. I think there's a happy medium in the middle. Steven Gerrard is one of the best Premier League midfielders of all time, and I was saying earlier on in the season, I'm very happy if he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, but not before the Giggses, the Scholes, the Lampards, the Terrys, the Rios. I think he has to be behind the people that have won the title 4, 5, 6 times.
You could say he shouldn't be in there before Jordan Henderson, because
that's what I'm saying, bro. You can't be called an all-time great and not win. It doesn't make sense.
David, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What was the reason why Mourinho was trying to get Gerrard then?
Because he was a good player. Don't get me. I'm not saying he's not a good player. Don't get me wrong. He was. If Liverpool had let Gerrard go to Chelsea, England would have won more, because then they would have learned. They might have learned how to play together, or they would have weeded out that one of them is better than the other, and it would have been definitive. Right?
If Gerrard was at Chelsea and Lampard was at Liverpool, who wins more?
That was the point that I brought up.
Gerrard, because Chelsea were a better squad at the time. But because they won more, I'd have to say Gerrard is better. Because when you're looking at people who are very close in their ability and their records and so on, the only way to differentiate them is by how much they've won. I could say goals and assists, but they didn't play the same position, so it'd be a bit disingenuous. However, Lampard absolutely trashes him. So
in all of the stats he does,
in every stat he trashes him. But that's not the point. When it comes to two players who are very close in their technical and sporting ability, I have to go with the guy who's won more. I don't see how that's controversial. And you can't be considered an all-time great.
Based on that, then you wouldn't agree with quite a few Chelsea fans who consistently tell me that Eden Hazard was a better left winger than Ryan Giggs was.
Of course.
And that also means that Paul Scholes is the best midfielder in the Premier League year, then, based on your logic.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I'm not against years, so I'm well happy with that.
I'm not against it. I ain't against it.
Paul Scholes is always ahead of Gerrard and Lampard, obviously.
Thank you.
I'm biased. I say Lampard's better, but I say I'm biased. And as a Liverpool fan,
it's again.
Gerrard, I've got no problem with that. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't. For me, in the way that I rank them, you can't be an all-time great if you haven't won things. It just don't make sense to me. He's won a Champions League. I know he's won a Champions League and he's won an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup and whatever.
Yeah.
But he has not done it, one, repeatedly, and two, he hasn't won his own league, which he was playing in year in, year out.
Something that I brought up was the fact of how many great seasons has Gerrard had? And Rams was only able to bring up to Whitney too.
No, don't try that.
Yes,
don't try that. No, don't try that. Don't try that.
You gave me 2 seasons and I asked you to explain them. You gave me.
You wouldn't let me speak.
No, David, crime. David,
let me finish.
Wait. He said no with his chest. Let him go.
No, but let me finish my point. Then you can go, because you gave me a season where he hit. You gave me a season where he hit like what, 20 goals or something like that in all competitions, and I told you Lampard did that consistently. So what is your point? You couldn't answer me that.
Because Davies just said that he'd play in 2 completely different positions. So how are we even comparing that?
Sometimes
that's right. That's what I'm saying. When it comes, but I have to go with the trophies.
Yeah, but my point was,
and to argue that.
No. But my point was, Rams told me that Gerrard did that playing as a number 10, and I said, but Lampard did that playing in midfield consistently. Can I replace Ram?
Ram couldn't back his mom if he I'm so sorry. Ram, I'm sorry, fam.
How are you collecting banter on the day you won the Prem? It don't make sense.
Look at Sam's face. He's looking at Ram. He's like, oh, my days. Bro, as well. Bro's like, I can't have this. This guy represents Liverpool, you know.
Terry, you need to ban him.
Yeah, I think we're getting to that point.
But Stro, do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? I'm not saying it from like a bad, I'm not saying that Gerrard isn't good. I understand Gerrard is a great player, but I just can't put him with the all-time greats. I can't do it.
Because to me, I understand what you're saying about Premier League, but to me that's wild because Gerrard will always be an all-time great. Always. That's not up for debate. Because for me, you put Lampard in that Liverpool team in that era, we don't win as much. I rate Lampard. I think he's a phenomenal player. Like one of the best midfielders the Premier League's ever seen. But we don't win the Champions League final. We don't go on and win the FA Cup final the year after when we were 3-2 down and Gerrard hits them 2 goals. He doesn't do it.
Well,
Gerrard was more than just goals. He was everything.
I'm talking about with the evidence that we have, right? You can assume it 100%, but with the evidence that you have right now, because they're not going to play anymore, I have to go with the guy who's won multiple Prems, multiple Cups, FA Cups, Carabao Cups. He's won a Champions League. He's won a Europa. I have to go with the guy. I get that, but at the same time, if you put Gerrard in that, I guarantee you win more.
No, we don't.
I bet you do.
How can you prove that?
I don't think so because I think Lampard was the best in his position.
So why was Mourinho trying to buy Gerrard then?
Sorry?
Because they would have played together. No way Gerrard would have replaced Lampard. They would have played together.
But they proved that England can't play together. So why was Mourinho?
Yeah, because they played together in midfield. They didn't play with someone else with them.
In England, right? You're not training day in, day out with these people. You're showing up every couple of weeks, and they're not gelling because and also back then, England,
David, who's these people?
and also back then, you used to have the Liverpool lot over here, the Chelsea lot over here, the Man United lot over there, and they wouldn't gel. That's not the way it used to be.
Question for you, though, David. David. Someone put, I think it's a fair one to your point. Who's better, Gerrard or Anderson? Because Anderson's won more.
No, but Anderson wasn't a crucial member in that team.
Oh, he was. He was the cheerleader. He was the morale guy. He was the hype man.
Like Maxwell won bare trophies, but I can never say he was an integral part of that.
Yeah,
team.
but Maxwell, can score bangers, fam. So.
But Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard.
I'm bannering. There you go. Listen, boys, I appreciate everyone doing this. I think we can just go around in circles for about a month on this one.
I was about to add Salah or Hazard then as well, but
Salah.
Hazard.
Yeah, because Salah's actually won Champions League.
Salah all day.
Hazard.
Salah.
Speak your truth, Neats. I know you want to say something.
I just think it's a bit of bullshit just because Salah's won a Champions League ahead of Hazard. What the fuck is that?
Something about Salah. You're gonna have
Salah's picked up one Premier League trophy. He almost picked up another one with Hazard on his team.
Tell me something that Hazard has done that Salah hasn't done.
Won 2
Premier League titles.
Exactly.
This season was about Salah.
Has he won? What has he
won? Salah won Champions League.
Guys, slow down. Go on, Neats, go one at a time, please. Go on, Neats.
Has Salah won PFA award?
Yeah.
Never mind. But anyway, as I was saying, Hazard carried Chelsea to a Premier League title in 2015. No. Hazard's
Salah, a record goal scorer in the season, beating Thierry Henry.
It wasn't even about Salah this year.
Ronaldo.
It wasn't even about Salah this year. This year, when Hazard was playing for Chelsea, he carried Chelsea to all 3 Premier Leagues that he won with them. He did. So no one can tell me nothing. You can all you want.
Question.
I'm telling you for a fact, you're taking Hazard over Salah. You're taking him.
Okay, that's your honest question. Who's the best player in the Liverpool team this season? Who's your player of the year?
Henderson.
For me.
Any one of you, Samuel, Stroh, or Rams, anyone who can answer that.
I've already said who my player of the year is.
Mane.
Who is it?
I say Mane.
Mane. Okay, so if Salah is not even your best player in your title-winning season, and Hazard was consistently our best player, why are you comparing them?
Because Salah's the top goal scorer again.
Okay, but he's not your best player.
The reason why we always differentiate from Mane and Salah because Mane has a lot more. Like I said, Mane has a lot more strings to his bow, but Salah still is a quality
Okay, yes. So would you not compare the players that have more string to their bows than someone who scores goals in a team that creates a plethora of chances?
Yeah, but he's also an integral part of our team.
Plethora.
Plethora, yeah.
Plethora of chances. Wait, hold on. How many goals and assists has Salah got this season? I think it's about 28.
Okay. Does that refute what I just said?
How many has he got over the 3 seasons?
Does that refute
120 something?
This is what I would look at in terms of their Premier League campaign. If you look at Hazard in his Premier League life and Mo Salah in his Premier League life, Mo Salah outputs at nearly 30% more. So their technical ability is somewhere close, but I would pick the player who outputs at 30% more. If I and forget your affinity and your love towards either player. If I said to you right now, look, £100 million for a striker this summer, but both Chelsea and to Liverpool. One of them, though, there's 2 of them available. One of them will score in 50% of their games. The other one will score in 80 to 90% of their games. Which one are you picking?
Depends on the team I am.
No, you need.
No, don't laugh at that because
wiggling your way around the question.
Honestly, though, can I just say something? Because I gotta go. Honestly, though, I am capping. I'm taking Salah ahead of Hazard, and I think Chelsea fans need to come to that realization.
That's why I was doing this, because I know you.
I'm just letting you know, innit? I'm just letting you know. I've had a realization. Salah's level.
Thank you.
It's about delivery. It's about delivery, and I know your point, David, about what they're who's going to do what, etc. But as I said, I'm using your own logic against you. Equal ability, so they can both hold the ball up. They can both play. They can both run. Equal technical ability. If one is pushing out 30% more goals and assists than the other, you're an idiot. If you pick the guy who produces less, it doesn't make any sense in any industry, in any business. Do you know what I mean? Imagine I'm a salesman. I come to you. Listen, I look better. I wear better suits. Drive a better car, but I will do half as many sales as that guy. Please pick me. It's never going to fucking work. It's never going to fly. Honestly, but
Hazard and Salah are the same sort of winger.
David, we need to get over it. Honestly, we need to get over it. Like Salah's not a better player than Hazard, but if it came down to it, you are picking Salah over Hazard.
For a season,
you're not. Season, you're picking Salah over Hazard.
No, for a season, 100% this season, I'll take Salah. For a season, I'll pick Salah. For a game, I'm picking Hazard. I'm serious.
Also, Hazard is playing.
When I said it depends on what team I am, is because when you look at their numbers and their underlying numbers, Hazard is a more creative is a more creative winger, and Salah's the more goal scoring and like getting on the end of chances.
Wouldn't you want more goals than creativity? Like creativity doesn't always land you a goal. Salah,
one of Hazard's best qualities, which you can't measure in a stat, is gravity. The way he will dribble and drag.
Gravity.
David, point for you to know is the fact that Hazard has played in the defensive systems at Chelsea compared to Salah.
It's not even about that.
Can you imagine the theory of relativity as well, Dave? Tell me, fam.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, what was wrong with what I said?
It fully depends on what you prefer. For me, like I prefer Messi over Ronaldo because that's me. That's the style of play I like. So when I want in a one-off game, I'll take Hazard. In a season, I'll take Salah.
Yeah, but listen. On that, sorry, Stroh. But on that, gravity aside, on that, right? But that's because Messi, you can pick between Messi and Ronaldo because they both output at similar levels. The point is, if Messi was scoring 20 a season and scoring 20 a season, and Ronaldo was doing 60 a season, you wouldn't care about Messi's better gravity ability and he's better and he's better 100 hand slap or whatever it is he does. You care about the output. As I've said, it's when you're comparing two equal people, the outputs count. And if you compare it, like look at Lukaku. I wouldn't want a Lukaku if he scored 40 goals a season over Martial, because Martial scored his game. That's not a fair comparison. But if you were to throw another player with equal ability to Harry Kane, but Harry Kane scores 50 a year, the other guy scores 20, you're a dickhead if you pick the 20 goal a season player. For me, and that's why I would pick Hazard every day of the week. I would pick every day of the week over Hazard. And by the way, that isn't because Hazard's a bad player. It's just because I believe in output more than. And people, by the way, people say eye test. They're weak people. I'll tell you why they're weak people. Because they're hiding in ambition. They're hiding. No, eye test over output. That's all they hide in. That's because you make it opinion based and you can't be proven wrong. Eye test is really important, but the eye test only works if at the end of it there's continual output. And I pick a guy with quality outputs who's technically brilliant over somebody who's technically brilliant and their outputs are inconsistent. And I don't know who would do different. That it doesn't make any sense to do that. Now, eye test is important, as I say, but as I said, delivering on the pitch is far more important, in my opinion. And that's why I pick Salah over Hazard every day of the week.
Someone said, let's use Stroh third eye logic. If Hazard was in an attacking system, his outputs would be more.
So say that again?
Let's use Stroh third eye logic. If Hazard was in an attacking system, his outputs would be more.
Yeah, but he played in an attacking system at Real Madrid this year and scored 1 goal. Real Madrid, but he scored 1 goal. And he's played quite a few. 1 goal.
He gained more batting than he did goals, fam. Like, come on, guys.
1 goal. This
guy was going to McDonald's then playing football.
Firstly, respect him. Yeah, respect him.
Why?
How clinical is Salah?
Not very.
How clinical is Salah?
The last time I checked, Salah's conversion rate, this was a while ago now, it won't have changed much, but something like 19%, which is 2% higher than Lionel Messi's, just so everyone knows.
Salah people underrate Salah, and it actually annoys me. Like, he is very clinical. He's very.
I think it's good for me. Like, let's just take it. I think it's because if Salah leaves the Premier League.
What?
I said if Salah leaves the Premier League. Go. No, sorry. I said if Salah leaves the Premier League and you actually look at what he has done, he's going to be one of the Premier League. If he carries on with this, he's going to be one of the Premier League legends. He's 1 goal away from another 20 goals. 3 seasons, over 20 goals.
I know, it's brilliant. And that's why you can't mess with it. No, it's
Terry, it's what you said.
Whoa. It's 15 goals and 16 assists is inconsistent outputs. Okay. No, not that season. But this is the point. You're looking at, if you look at Hazard's entire Premier League outputs, it comes in at about the high 50%. Look at Mo Salah's, it's in the high 80%. There's about a 30% differential off the top of my head. That's all I'm saying. It's not about saying Hazard's bad. We're talking about which of the two I would pick. You know, if someone said to me, you got Beyonce there and Michelle Keegan, I'm going to pick one of them. I've got to pick one. Doesn't mean I think the other one's ugly, but I'll have a preference. And it's definitely Beyonce.
Do you not also?
Yes, Terry.
I'm surprised you're going to say that, man.
Do you also have to factor in the systems that they played in?
Yeah, you do, but no, not massively, because you guys. Because you guys have just gone and said that Lampard, so it falls down. Lampard is better than Gerrard, but you're not taking into consideration the team and the system. So you can't have it both ways with your logic.
Because Gerrard played on the right, played in the middle, played everywhere.
The one thing Hazard can have this undisputed, yeah, that for years he had the best back off in the league. There it is.
And another reason why I picked
KJ, you're moving like Vianney now. Calm down.
Salah can move centrally, can move to left and still play. Every Chelsea fan worth their salts always said, don't move Hazard into the
false nine. Don't make him a false nine.
Terry, you hit the nail on the head. Terry, you hit the nail on the head.
And when you think about Gareth Bale, you think about Cristiano, you think about all these people at the elite end. Even, listen, by the way, I'm not even putting on his level, but they can at least play multiple positions. That's another hindrance with Hazard. He's a one-position player. And, and that's why I always rate Ryan Giggs. Man was a marauding winger, could play centre forward at times, but also become a really good holding midfielder from 35 to 40. That's a baller, bro. That's someone who can adapt and change when they need to. And that's the overall judgment. And I test or not. Eden Hazard here, it says 85 kilos, 85 goals in. Sorry, if it's 85 kilos. It was
You might gain that, but
Hazard, 85 goals in these. Yeah, listen, but you're not. Again, you're proving my point.
I think he's agreeing with you.
I think he's just saying that.
It's about, again, you're asking me a quick pick. If I had to pick, you ask me if I want them both in my team. The answer is yes, but that's never what the question is. People just get offended. But listen, there we go. Sorry, I'm getting animated now because it annoys me how people can't understand the voice. Do you know what I mean? There we go.
Well, I just want to say, I don't not rate Salah. I think Salah's actually Liverpool's most important attacker out of the three. I think he is. No, I'm just saying that's one thing that Hazard has.
When you say better gravity, I've never heard it. You mean center of gravity?
Not center of gravity.
No,
No,
actual gravity.
No, when I say gravity, not as in like he's got stronger force, as in he has the ability that when he dribbles, he drags teams towards him. It's like LeBron James in basketball. When LeBron James,
you mean more of a magnet, more of a magnet.
Yeah, magnetic pole. Magnetic pole would be more of an accurate term.
I honestly feel like I've gone back to science class here, man.
That's like physics 101.
I just call it gravity. That's just what I call it. It's not actually like a measurable thing. Obviously, you can't measure it really.
Size of his ass, it probably has got its own gravitational pull.
Why do people keep talking about his back off, man?
Wait, listen, greatest
Can I ask?
I think didn't it all start because Wenger said that he looks a little bit overweight?
It started because
he is overweight.
Did you not see the way he bounced Coquelin with his bum, man? I'm telling you.
Turn him into a Beyblade fan.
Comments. I am not in the discussion. I am not on that.
It's all right, boys. Yeah, you can admit that he's got a good back off. It's okay.
KJ, you're moving like Vood right now with the back off.
No, I'm not saying that. I know he has, but I'm not going to say it. Yeah, it's all good. No, it's all, listen, everyone, thank you. Please hit the like button, hit the share button. We'll be back doing another one of these on Sunday when Man United finish third. And the thing is that we finished third, that means Chelsea.
Terry, question.
Yeah.
Remember last stream you said if Man United finished third, then David has to admit that United had the better season.
Yeah.
Does that work in the opposite effect then? If United finished fourth and Chelsea finished third, then you have to admit Chelsea had a better season.
Well, yes.
No, I'm saying will you do it? I'm saying will you do it? Or will you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just asking the question. It's fine. I'm asking the question. It's fine.
It's all right, Prime. We'll let you off, mate. We'll let you off, bro. Everyone who's tuned in, thank you. Hit the retweet button, share button.
That is so dead. I'm so sorry, fam.
I didn't mean to chat.
Stephen C. Good try, fam.
Didn't mean to press on that one. Sorry.
Annie, stop it. Leave her alone. Go away.
Wait, why do the comments keep on saying Havertz? What's wrong with the comments?
It's because he's coming Chelsea. He's coming Chelsea.
Maybe it's because they lost. They feel like, oh, we want Havertz right now.
Oh no, they want Terry to talk about his Havertz move, but it's not happening today.
And chat about
wake up at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
This person doesn't like us. Jesus Christ, Jesus! Look at this awful man. You think you'd be in a good mood. But he comes on and calls us a little tumour.
No, all it is because he's like, they're talking about Hazard's bum. I want to talk about Hazard's bum too, but I can't get on.
KJ, someone just said you're moving a bit mad.
I don't care, fam. I know what I'm like, fam. So
when someone says you're moving a bit mad, that's a bit of a homophobic slur. We all know what that means, bro. Come. Like, he's not moving mad. He's just comfortable in his sexuality. Chill yourself, bruv. Chill yourself. Terry is a man of his word. Not always. Sometimes. I got married once. I'm now divorced, so that isn't true.
No, Terry, you're a man of the words. Like,
man of the words. I think man of his words. See, that's my brain kicking in there. I misread it. Thank you, Ram. I knew we had you on here for something to read for. I need that.
Rams can't defend his team, but he can read well. That's fine.
Yeah, there we go. The fact you said, hang on. Oh, I love these comments. I do love these. And the fact that you say Hazard is worse shows your lack of football knowledge. See, you know,
do you want to try my lack of knowledge, mate? Are you sure? Are you sure about that, mate?
Relax, Ram. Where's this fight for Liverpool, bro? Where the heck, fam?
Listen, the way I look at this is, see, you throw the word worse in, and that's a negative thing, and that's because you're insecure. Not on the panelist, the guy who made the comment. Your insecure little brain thinks me picking Salah over Hazard is detrimental to Hazard. It isn't. I would just pick higher outputs. It doesn't mean I'm saying he's a bad player or a horrible player, but you're twisting it into a negative. Honestly, bro, please find hugs. Please find love. Please find someone to make you feel special because you need it. I'm real sorry, bro. I'm real sorry. But if you want to, I'll give you a big fat hug. I'll send Zane's friends happening. I'll send Zane to you to give you some love.
The funny thing is, you guys may not agree with me with the whole Hazard and Salah thing, But we all understand, like, it's just an opinion, so it's not that deep.
Exactly.
But some people deep it so much, like, you can't say this, you have a lack of this. I've never insulted any of you in your knowledge. I just said that for me, I think he's better.
Exactly. It's all a matter of opinion.
Gems on.
Why? Why?
Guys, allow Ram. Allow him.
You know what, Stro, what you need to do is you and Ram take him away on a training camp, because next season he can't be having the smoke.
Train your son, dude. Look after your son. Their parenting skills are lacking right now.
Wait, I do have one question for Ram. You believe Salah over Hazard, right?
Wait, are you mad?
Ram, that's not what you said in the pro clubs this evening.
No,
you said.
It's not Palace debate. It's heritage debate. You're going too far.
This is the kind of deluded Chelsea fan Nietzsche is talking about. Hazard was like Messi for Barcelona when he was at Chelsea.
No, thanks. No.
Oh. See, the thing is, with me, I'll defend Hazard to the end. Like, I even tried to defend him just now, but I know when I'm beat. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Get over it. Get over it.
Terry, that's a Have Hope's burner account. That's Have Hope's burner account. Don't worry.
Okay.
Allow Hope, man. Allow him.
Okay, yo, listen, my guy, that's the best super chat you've ever done in your life, fam. Keep it coming, bro.
There we go. But listen, everyone who's tuned in, thank you very, very much. As always, all of you that have tuned in, congratulations to Liverpool for lifting your 19th title. I'll pay you some respect. Chelsea got slap up tonight. United are sitting third. We're all happy. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again soon.